like to talk like that. So I love to answer questions. So if any of y'all have any questions, fire them. Somebody.
Someone started off. Casey, ask a question. Thank you.
I was just talking about how I don't have a really good legit question.
Ask something you already know.
Always, huh?
I said, come on.
My question is always going to be, am I ever going to
get more of Will? Is that your question?
It's always my question.
And my answer will always be, I will never say never. But I will also never say yes. I don't know. It just depends on what I'm in the mood to write. And I kind of feel like their series has ended.
Well, what about the boys, though? They
I
could be going on to high school and college.
I'm not saying that. She asked about Will. No, I do. I think it would be fun to write about Kellen Calder. I think they're, and Kirsten. But, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't have anything in mind right now. But hopefully I won't die soon. So, you never know. Anyone else? Yeah.
Has that girl blocked you on text?
Awesome. She never responded again. But do y'all know what happened with that? Yeah, I got reported to Facebook, and this lady sent me a really hateful email who was really upset with me and told me that she hopes her children don't turn out to be as black-hearted as me. And I responded and I go, I sent her a picture of a cat. How is that evil? But yeah, I stopped texting her after that. Thank you.
I thought it was Stephanie tag you had on it, on your phone. It said not Stephanie.
Oh, yeah. Well, I texted her twice thinking she was Stephanie. And then, so finally I just had changed her name. I was like, don't text her again.
I have a question. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead.
There's so much. We've seen how excited you've been about maybe someday, especially working with Griffin and everything like that. But out of Ugly Love and November 9, are you particularly excited about one of those?
Well, definitely Ugly Love because I've written it already. I haven't even started November 9 yet because it's just been a crazy month. Yeah, I'm really excited about Ugly Love. It's very different from anything I've ever written. It's a lot more adult than anything I've ever written. Yeah, a lot of y'all will be happy. But it's also the only book that has ever made me cry.
We ugly cry with all these already.
Well, I was telling Casey, I was like, oh, people aren't going to cry when they read Maybe Someday.
I did.
Yeah, I've been so shocked. Everybody's like, I cried so much. And I'm like, when?
I was just watching it and listening to it and hearing it. I think that's what made the book so much. Out of all of them, I think this one has to be my favorite. I think it's just because everything with the writing, and then you can actually hear everything. It was just, it was great.
Well, I was hoping that people would take to that. You know, it was a big risk. I don't know that it's been done before, on this level anyway. And I was just really nervous how it would be for the reader, because you know, you get an idea in your head as a writer, and you try to make it come across, but you just don't know if it's going to. But I've been really happy with the reviews and with the...
You did a very good job.
Reception. Thank you. Couldn't have done it without Griffin, let me tell you. He saved my butt. You know, because this book was due like 2 weeks before I actually contacted him to help me. The musician I was using, we kind of ran into a legal roadblock, and I couldn't use any of the songs I'd written for the book. So I had to go in and rewrite the entire, like every scene. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy. It was a stressful few weeks. So what I did, I turned in the draft on the due date to the publisher, and I told my editor, I was like, ignore the lyrics. None of these lyrics are right, because we hadn't even finished the songs yet. And I was like, if you can just read the story without the lyrics. And then I think maybe 3 months later we had it all done, right when Final Pass was due. So then I turned in all the right lyrics, and it was done. So luckily we had that last few months in there.
Is Maybe Someday a standalone, or is there going to be more?
I write all my books with the intention of them being a standalone, because I hate cliffhangers. I hate reading them. So, but I never know. Like, it also always depends on the success of the book, because, you know, now that I'm with the publisher, you know, if the book tanks, they're not going to want to do another book in that series. So, you know, it all depends on the contracts I sign with them. And
do you have other ideas in your head for it to continue?
Oh, there's a lot I would like to do. I don't know that I would want to do one from Sydney and Ridge's point of view again, but I would love to do like a Warren and Bridget novella or something with Brennan, or I don't know. I really honestly don't know. Like, I've been so focused on just getting this book out there yesterday that I've not let myself think about what I'm going to write next. Yeah. And, you know, we didn't know what would happen, so Griffin and I didn't know, like, we haven't really planned anything. Because I know that, you know, he's had a good experience and he would like to do it again, but we were just kind of both waiting to see what happened with it. To see if it's
like if we all just didn't buy it.
Yeah.
I have a question.